Hey guys, how you doing? So what is the secret to long-term, like lifelong success with fat loss and keeping fat off? For me, it was resistance training, and there's plenty of studies that back this up. We've got a basic WebMD article here that is going in and telling you, literally their number one tip is to build muscle mass. When you increase your muscle mass, you just get a natural higher metabolic rate, your resting metabolic rate, right? So when you're sleeping, when you're being lazy playing video games. And one of the awesome things about resistance training is it's also the lowest time investment for return versus, say, you do cardio. Cardio is a constant do the thing to burn the calories, and you always have to do that. And it even sends the wrong metabolic adaptation to your body. Resistance training is you could do like 2 or 3 full body sessions a week and get more benefit out of that than doing an entire week of cardio. Especially when we talk long-term adaptation. The muscle is going to increase your metabolic rate. Doing lots of cardio lowers your metabolic rate. Think hunter-gatherers. They've done studies on hunter-gatherers where they found out they didn't even burn that much more calories than, we're talking modern day hunter-gatherers, they didn't even burn that many more calories than just an average normal person, because your metabolism adapts the opposite way. Because if it continued to make you need more and more and more calories, right, that'd be a horrible scenario for a world where you're struggling to get food. But in a world now that we have where food is everywhere, the struggle is the opposite. You want your metabolic rate super high, right? You want to need thousands of calories so you're not punished every time you slip up and have just a little bit extra, right? So we've just got a basic study here telling you build muscle mass is basic WebMD right here. There's even more benefits though to increasing your muscle mass. Diabetes resistance. This right here is actual studies from the U.S. National Library of Medicine, okay? And they're telling you here that muscle tissue directly increases your insulin resistance. It is a direct fight against getting onset of type 2 diabetes. All right, skeletal muscle insulin resistance is a predictor of the development of type 2 diabetes, and maintenance of adequate muscle glucose disposal in muscle may help to prevent diabetes. And then I've got my own personal experience with this, where I used to be a pretty fat guy who struggled with staying lean. And over time, years and years later, the thing is, you're talking instant gratification, just trying to burn calories for a little bit of fat loss right away, versus take the time, be patient. It could take a year, 2 years. It takes a few years to really build up significant strength and muscle mass. But when you do it, eventually it's easy. I have the exact opposite struggle now. If I want to try to gain weight, that's harder. That's way harder for me than staying lean. And you can see here, I was not a person who was born with the natural awesome high metabolism and stay lean super easy. Then there's even further benefit where the act of the training and building muscle is also sending an increased metabolic rate, right? So once you have the muscle built, your metabolic rate is just always increased all the time, even while you're sleeping and playing video games and whatever, right? But there's also the act of building muscle. And when the body's trying to build muscle, it's pulling extra nutrients to build the muscle, right? So when you eat extra calories, you screw up and you had some cheesecake when you shouldn't have had it, or you had a pizza or whatever, instead of that being guaranteed to be fat, there's a chance that your body might take those extra calories and build some new muscle tissue with it instead. And that doesn't happen in cardio. The exact opposite thing happens. You get that skinny fat look, right? Cardio, the main benefit to cardio is improving your cardiovascular health. It is not your fat loss. It's not your best fat loss option, period. That's all I really have here on this one. I like to keep it concise and short. You know, people short attention spans these days. And, that's all there is to it. Resistance training is the secret. You don't rush into it. Don't go hurt yourself. Get yourself a coach, and learn the proper technique. Take your time. Most people are going to have horrible movement patterns initially. You don't want to go in and start trying to squat and deadlift heavy. It's a good way to get hurt. But everyone should be able to do these movements. They're natural movements, right? So we check out real quick and pull up, let's see. All right, check this out, right? When you were a kid, you could squat super good, naturally. Every kid squats. When they play with stuff, they naturally sit in the squat. You lost the ability to squat over time, and it's going to take you a little bit of time to get that ability back. So don't rush it, don't push it. Take your time. Beast mode is how you get hurt. Just you work on it, you get in there, you start the training, and you progress and get stronger over time. Focus on strength, not your physique. Let your physical performance guide you more than obsessing with the mirror and everything else. It'll be much better for developing a healthy relationship with both food and exercise. And that's all I have for you guys today. You have a good one.